Hello and welcome to the first game of the new season of StarLadder. It is Season 6, it is Qpanda Red Pandas, it is virtus.pro, it is one game because the whole season is about everybody face each other once at the end of the season. The team with the most wins, or the 4 teams with the most wins, will be going on to the LAN finals in Kiev. But for now, we're only at the beginning, so it will take a while before we reach that ending point. Just a quick list of who is all participating. There will be better overlays for this, but here you can see all the listed teams that are participating. And if you want to check it out for yourself, you can go to starladder.tv and then join the Dota 2 section, and then you'll be able to hear by list as well. And for this game, I will not be by myself. Once again, I am joined by Basskip. Welcome back.
Hey Sheever, nice to be back. And yeah, I mean, StarLadder is just such a staple on the calendar now. Always looking forward to it. Always good games, and you always get to, you look at the team list and you wonder, is this matchup going to happen? It's always going to happen. Everybody's playing everyone, so that's absolutely great.
Yeah.
And a bit of speed drafting going on.
They are going through this very fast. They took a bit of time for the bans. Bans are kind of unorthodox with having a Gyrocopter getting banned out, and then Keeper of Light, Wisp, and Bat Rider there as well. But it leaves space open for and a Lifestealer, and then a Lone Druid, a Bane, Shadow Demon, Leshrac, Clockwork. We see all the combinations, but what I don't see was that guy, Magnus, getting banned
Magnus,
out.
he makes it all the way through.
Same as Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, and Nyx Assassin. A lot of teams are being... Shadow Demon seems to be creeping his way up in terms of priority right now, and Nyx Assassin is kind of dipping a little bit. It depends on what scene you're watching as well. Like, for example, today, casting Malaysian Dota, Keeper of the Light is not a thing. He barely exists, but meanwhile over here, so gotta shift the mindset a little bit. And wow, we are really moseying along through this draft.
Yeah.
No second of reserve time used just yet. So VP, you see the Lone Druid, you have to immediately think they're going to be looking to not have support anywhere near him. So that suggests that the Clockwork is probably going to be heading towards mid, then maybe looking to form one of their sort of trademark aggressive tri-lanes, starting around the Bane, though we'll see what they're going to be able to get to go with that one. And Qpanda, Shadow Demon, Leshrac kind of speaks for itself. They've got what looks to be a very good aggressive tri-lane already off the bat.
And there's Weaver for virtus.pro, so they've got... Hey, seriously, these teams, they are like, they're in a rush or something.
Yeah, they've got, Sing Sing's got somewhere to be or something.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, so the Skywrath Mage, obviously a really nice response to the Weaver, though I think, Sing Sing was already ready to pick that one before he even saw the Weaver anywhere, so, Also, obviously quite nice against the Clockwork. If he cogs himself in on top of a Mystic Flare, then he is... Yeah. That's kind of a death sentence for him. But VP, Weaver, I think, a little bit underrated as far as aggressive tri-lanes go, so we'll see what they're going to be able to do here, but still looking for that last support, and hopefully someone who's going to be able to fill that 5 role. Just because Bane obviously wants to get level 6, he doesn't want to be sitting on absolutely no farm. So VP, what's he going to be? Could be the offlane Lone Druid, obviously, as well. But he's not going to have a great time against the lanes that Qpanda have set up so far.
Now we could have, of course, potentially Clockwork still as support if they really want to. But never mind, they're gonna go for the Chen. This was the first time that a team actually used a bit of their bonus time, so happy Joy there. But looks like we are gonna be. What are we gonna see mid?
I'm gonna say it's Lone Druid off lane, Chen's in the jungle, Bane is pulling, Weaver's on bot, and Clockwork's mid.
I actually like Clockwork mid.
I do like Clockwork mid.
We casted that together, I think. Tung Fu game.
Oh, Moo.
With Moo Clockwork mid. See, the moment I say it, you know what I'm talking about. Because Moo's Clockwork mid was amazing to watch, and he is normally already a hero that he's on the offlane because he's survivable. But the reason that he's picked is because he can make a lot of things happen. And what happens if he's gonna be mid, if he's gonna be getting those levels extra fast, he can make things happen faster, and he is a very enjoyable hero to watch. He's a playmaker.
Yeah, he's always nice, and he also, he's both a nuisance to the enemy team, but it's also not necessarily, it's not an easy thing to do. Like, there is some skill involved in the cogs, there's some skill involved in his, he has 2 skill shots effectively, so not only is he interesting and dynamic as a hero, he's also, really fun to watch because he's bouncing all over the place, he's picking up kills, and he's kind of unassuming, I guess, as well. He's not a very tall guy. Yeah, so Qpanda, what are they looking for? They could choose to go aggressive here, especially because the Chen If they just get a couple of good wards down, they can see whenever he's coming in and then just look to go aggro. And I mean, while they don't have a ton of lockdown for the Weaver, unfortunately, I mean, they've pretty much just got the duration of the Leshrac stun. To try and kill him, they're going to pick themselves up a Clink. So it looks like it might be a solo top Clinks and an aggressive Char lane from Qpad.
Yep, it's Funnick style Clinks. I guess.
The Funnick style Clinks. The old Empire, the Empire of yore. I miss that Empire, honestly. That was...
Yeah, we don't see that kind of play that often anymore. Like with the Clinks, safe lane farming, and then he's going to dominate everything the moment he gets his Orchid.
Yeah, and I'd like this pickup from, well, Qpad. I don't know if Weaver's going to have a very fun game. If he doesn't get off to a good start and is able to get towards a Lincoln Sphere, then it has to be a BKB. Just against the, just between the Ancient Seal and presumably an Orchid, you know, making its way up on Wagamama. Yeah, Weaver is not in for an amazing time
10 seconds
this game. Yes, there's going to be a Hand of God to help him out, maybe some defensive Nightmares or something like that.
5 seconds
and Lone Druid does pretty well against the Clinks too. I mean, either person can go over aggressive and end up dying, so you should have to keep an eye on that lane. But yeah, definitely looking forward to this one, and it's best of one Dota. Anything can happen. We've got some, you know, I've got some interesting picks to look through as well.
Definitely. And may I be the first to congratulate you? And you ask, with what? Well, I will tell you with what. You have hereby gotten a Season 6 StarLadder ticket. And that reminds me to remind everybody out there that the Season 6 StarLadder ticket is purchasable in Dota, or in the Dota store, so make sure you buy that. It is probably one of those tickets that has most games to watch. There's always, every day there's going to be content until the LAN finals, and it is not a ticket you're going to regret. You see 16 teams, so many different qualities of teams, and you see upcoming teams, you see the high profile teams. There's, you know, you're not going to regret buying that ticket. And hello, level 1 engagement. Oh my god, Jarex and Mini, what are you doing? The bear is going to scout them out. No, it didn't. Oh
god. Holy.
Oh wow.
Mini having a bit of a laugh.
Yeah,
oh, wow,
we heard him laugh, and I know why. He didn't see him though. Or did they see the bear? I think they did.
I think they would have seen the bear, but looks like VP didn't clue on. Yeah.
Awkward.
Well, I mean, the way that fog works, if you can see one person, generally, especially on flat ground,
you see the other person sees you too.
Yeah, but maybe they just, I don't know, maybe they caught a glimpse of the bear from something else, or, you know, one of the heroes retreating down onto the low ground. But that was close. That was a really interesting rollout from Qpad. So, you know, most of the time we would not see a team charging down mid and then coming up onto that hill. It almost worked out pretty well for them, but looks like VP should have caught wind of it in the end. So Mini, he's got a ton of wards. He's gonna actually get nightmared here.
Nightmare. Here comes Jarex looking for that split earth. Is there gonna be a disruption to help out Mini in a lot of trouble? Shikushi comes from Illidan, and that is gonna be a disruption to save his life. But for how long can he actually stay alive? Split earth misses everything. Open wounds. Up on Illidan. Mini still alive, trying to help kill off Killidan. There is the first blood. It still goes to NS, but a return kill comes from Qpad, and they kill off the Weaver. Split earth gonna miss again from Jarex. Not playing his A game today. And it is gonna be Qpad that back off. So, first blood on the board, going the way of virtus.pro. Let's introduce the players before we jump ourselves into the rest of this aggressive trialings. We're gonna be having Select playing the life hero this game, so it's a bit of a different role than what we're used to seeing from him. But he'll be on the semi-aggressive trial, and I say semi because it looks like Qpad are gonna be having their supports roaming a lot as well. Mini on, of course, on his Shadow Demon, Jarex on his Leshrac. The two solid supports. Sing gonna be playing the Skywrath Mage in the mid lane. And we'll be seeing Wagamama on the Clinks on the solo safe lane up against the Lone Druid. And I'll leave virtus.pro to you.
Cool, so on VP we've got KSI playing the Lone Druid, so he's matching up against the Clinks. Blue, Crazy, or Tame My Wild is going to be on the Clockwork. Looks like he's about to get ganked, so he might have to hold. No, okay,
yeah,
looks like he's going to be okay. So NS is going to be on the Chen Smile, or Smilevic, or Arzart is going to be on the Bane, and that leaves Illidan Stormrage or Airman to be on the Weaver. So we've got some interesting names going on, but everybody's still more or less identifiable.
Yeah.
And I thought the joke was that Jarex played nothing but Leshrac, so those... Hopefully he'll be a little bit more on point with his stuns as we move forward.
He normally plays
he plays so much Leshrac. He plays so much Leshrac. Oh, Crazy.
Double damage.
That's not so much fun for him.
Here comes Cogs Cogs OP.
The sneaky cogs. Yeah, the cogs up the hill. Nobody suspects them. So.
And now comes the ward. Next time they'll see them. But we do have a rotation. Jarex with the DD rune is going to be going top. Going to be maybe pulling and stacking a bit. He's not really needed to help Wagamama. I think Wagamama is doing just fine. He's 8 for 1. KSI is sitting on 10 for 4, so slightly ahead. But in theory, Wagamama should be fine. Although saying that, I see that he gets harassed a lot. And it is not even a level 5 Lone Druid yet. So KSI, when he is level 5, Wagamama is going to be in a world of pain, I think.
Yeah, and interestingly, Jarex makes his way up towards top to run a couple of pulls, so Nake's kind of left alone on the off lane. I mean, this isn't too bad for him. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any vision of anything coming across, so if NS happens to find a troll or something like that, there might be a kill going the way of VP, though they don't necessarily have that much damage, and, you know, Bane doesn't really scale that well because he only gets more damage on the sort of the odd levels, but he's already making good progress towards level 4, so... Qpanda, that early aggression into the Radiant jungle was with no follow-up. They didn't manage to ward up any camps. Nothing was blocked off. And I think VP, I mean, they have a pretty greedy lineup, but they're kind of getting away with it right now.
Yeah.
So
it looks like Select is being abandoned on the bottom lane by Qpanda. We have Mini hanging around. I'm not quite sure what he thinks he's going to do because the creep wave is not going to push in just yet. Because... you know, there's no creep wave, but we see him drawing on the minimap. He says like, "Come on, we need to kill him. We need to kill him off. We need to kill Lone Druid." But Lone Druid himself, I mean, he's just hitting stuff from the low ground. He is not planning on putting himself into danger. But let's see if he's gonna get forced into danger. And actually, that pull will actually allow for Qpanda to go for a push. And here they come. Mini disruption. Here comes Jarex. Split Earth. Gonna be hitting? No, not again. It is gonna be KSI though, tilting a lot of damage, and Wagamama able to help kill him off. Still gonna take a lot of harassment damage from the tower. Mini not taking the tower harassment over. Whoa, just in time.
Yeah, that could have gotten dangerous quickly. But Qpanda, I think a very important kill. They're gonna slow down the Crazy, are you okay? No, he's just barely able to survive on mid. One last bottle sip, but Sing Sing going very aggressive.
Ooh, boom.
Not quite. Yeah, not quite.
It just goes to show how much harassment you can throw out. It's such an annoying hero to deal with in mid. Like, once he gets a couple of levels, he has that mana pool, and Arcane Bolt is just so spammable. And if you're not an intelligence hero yourself, I mean, it's annoying.
Yeah, I'd really like to see I don't know, I feel like people are really used to getting a magic stick early against a Bat Rider, just because of the sticky napalm spam. It hasn't really caught on quite the same against a Skywrath Mage, but, I mean, he's not doing a huge amount of damage in each attack. And, you know, the silence as well is something that's hitting you, it's not doing any damage, and it's just giving you stick charges. So I think people should maybe get into the habit a little bit more of even just pooling a stick onto their mids when they see the Skywrath Mage on the other side. So, yeah. Though it seems like Crazy's doing fine, and he luckily finds himself a regen. Yeah. So, that works out pretty well for him. And
we have a smoke, and it looks like we're gonna see virtus.pro trying to go for Sing Sing. However, there is also Mini is being scouted out, so he backs off. He's not there to help out anymore, and Sing Sing is going to be in a lot of trouble because here comes Smile. Nightmare is going to be there. Centaur coming in with a TP in from Jarex. Let's see if he can help here, and it is not going to be helping keeping Sing Sing up. He goes down. Maybe they can chase someone else down. Mini going to be going for an S. Gets a stun. Goes down in the meantime. Looks like Jarex wasn't able to kill off the Bane either, and that is going to be 2 for 0 here for virtus.pro in the mid lane. And the support's coming in, not able to help Sing Sing anymore, unfortunately for him.
Yeah, and Jarex would have had a kill on Arzart had he connected that stun, but another one missing. So a little bit unfortunate for him. I'm really tempted just to check pings right now, honestly, and see what the situation is. No, Jarex, I mean, sitting at a very playable 130, so I guess just getting a little bit unlucky right now.
Guess we're not on the Stockholm server, though. And maybe he's
sure.
used to playing on the Stockholm server lately, as he has been boot camping, so you are dealing with a bit less than...
No, I guess as an Australian, 130 sounds completely reasonable, but yeah, if you get used to 50, if you get used to lower pings, then it's really, really difficult to go up and play on higher pings. A lot of the Australian players used to be pretty competitive on like 200 and whatnot, and then as soon as we got the Australian servers, we just couldn't play US West anymore. But yeah, I guess that's a
yeah, it's what you're used to, I guess.
They missed the smoke on Sing. I think they were planning on bringing him along, but yeah, in the end it doesn't. They're just out of the edge of the AoE, so the supports are going to rotate around, but this is going to make it more difficult to get the Skywrath Mage in. And they need his silence to be able to kill off the Weaver here, so...
they're gonna go. It's gonna be Bane that's gonna be scouted out first. He is standing around there. Hello, Disruption. Edict's gonna be popped a bit too early, but the splitter up this time is gonna be in time, and there goes one. Can they kill the Weaver anymore? No, I don't think so, unless Sing comes back for a save. Hook shot in. Here comes Crazy. It's Jarex that goes down. Open wounds and the silence and the flare, but the time lapse is there, and it is gonna be Selects that goes down 1 for 2 right now, with Mini going down as well. virtus.pro 3 for 1. Sing gonna be able to get himself out of there alive, but the supports for virtus.pro, they came in, and it was too much for Qpanda.
Yeah, a really nice gank. I mean, even without the hookshot connecting, still working out in their favor. And yeah, just it's starting to look pretty tough for Qpanda. Wagamama's having an okay time on top, but the bear is just continuously driving him back, so he's not really getting spectacular farm, and leaving the lone druid alone is just really dangerous. I mean, they got that really clutch kill off on him early, but now it's, you know, now everything starts to get a bit more difficult. Though they are smoking up. A note on the Diabolic Edict is that with the disruption, if you actually cast your Edict and then you animation cancel the back end of it, you will actually perfectly land your Split Earth pretty much every time. So as soon as the disruption happens, cast Edict and then line up the stun, and you should connect it every time.
That's a nice,
so, yeah,
trick.
It's a bit of a timing trick, yeah. Oh, Crazy smoked as well. Oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
No entangle just yet until they get the cogs off.
Disruption there though helps him out a lot, and should be having him keep the life unless he's gonna get an entangle, which he is not. Wagamama getting himself out. Jarek still going down. Never mind. Shouldn't have stuck around. And Mini going down. Airman coming in to help save the day. Dust being popped. Wagamama, I think you're done for as well. There is just too much rotation coming in from virtus.pro. Everybody being everywhere on the map. Wherever Qpanda shows their face, they're making sure that there's more of virtus.pro around.
Yeah, I mean, VP just great awareness of what Qpad's overall strategy sort of is, and I mean, already having, I mean, the TP in from Airman, that can sort of happen anytime, but I guess the foresight from Crazy also being there with the smoke, he might have just been up there looking to kill off Wagamama, but I guess a happy circumstance for him to be able to find those supports. So right now, a pretty big advantage going the way of VP, and Qpanda, I'm just not sure quite how they stabilize. They can't really rotate Select off of this bottom lane to try and get any better farm, and he's actually having the best time of anyone. Oh, and the grip on mid. Mini just killed off by the Alpha Wolves in a rocket flare.
Fiend's grip.
Yeah, that is very cruel. So, I was sorry about that, talking in the middle of that.
No, it's okay. I actually almost missed it. But yeah.
I mean,
the net worth. Look at that. I mean, we know that, of course, both Wagamama and Select have a bit of issues with finding farm, but right now everybody of virtus.pro is farming better than their counterpart of everybody of Qpanda, and normally you would think like, okay, you know, there's a Klinks at some point, he'll be able to roam around and he'll be able to get kills, but by the time that he has got his Orchid up, I think there might not be that many heroes left to kill off for him. Sure, he can try to find a Bane, but Bane has got 2 control spells, so good luck with that. He can try to find a Weaver, but Weaver has got, well, he won't die in the duration of the Orchid, I think. There is a small chance that he will, of course. Lone Druid and Clockwork, no chance there. And maybe Chen, but he has got heals by the time he will have a mechanism as well. It will be tough for him to find those pickoffs, and it will be even tougher if he goes down again, because he just got hook shotted and dusted and battery assaulted, and basically he's dead. Yeah. Tries to steal creep or take creep.
Yeah, the salt in the wound, that very last entangle. Oh, fight on bot. What have we got going on so far? Jack's already gone. And oh, the chase, they get the nightmare off. Mini, I think he is a goner as well.
Yeah. As a disruption on, does what he can before he dies, but no hope anymore. And Qpanda find themselves in a very tough position. And yeah, it is, like, what do you think they should do to get back on top of this? Because right now, virtus.pro, they can actually start indeed taking some towers. Fiends grip up on Select, never mind that. Select's gonna be going down. Sing doing what he can. Mystic flares up on Crazy, but able to, he's just able to get healed. Hand of God, you know, helps him out, and he just walks out of the cogs, and that's a GG. What? Yeah, it is.
Wow. So that's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote.
I mean, at Qpanda, I liked the plan. Unfortunately, just the way that the lineup sort of ended up working out was a little bit a little bit awkward. Like the Clinks doesn't do amazingly against Lone Druid, and as soon as LD actually gets up to level 5, you know, 1 or 2 lucky entangles is a kill. So, you know, we just saw the Qpad supports pull in every single direction this game, right? You know, they wanted to apply pressure bot to stop the Weaver farming, to slow down the Chen. So they started there, and then, you know, Clink started having a tough time, so they rotated top, and then they tried to kill off the Lone Druid. They were successful in that endeavor. But, I mean, VP, good awareness. You see, like, a couple of these wards, the game's gonna end, but a couple of the wards right on top of the towers just to spot any rotations coming in. And, yeah, it was really, really tough. I don't know if it was a loss from the draft, but maybe Qpad could have committed a little bit longer at bot, but then the problem was what was happening in the other solo lanes, so...
I'm thinking it wasn't lost from the draft, it was just the way the lanes panned out, and the way, of course, that virtus.pro anticipated the movements that came out from Qpad. And maybe if they went bottom for a little while longer, they might have been able to do a bit more there, but it would have been tough regardless, and... Well, that was the first game of Season 6. That was an 11-minute game, or 12 minutes and 21 seconds. We are going to be having another game coming up, though, for StarLadder Season 6. It's going to be Fnatic taking on OSG. So make sure you stick around for that as well. We're going to hope that it's not going to be another 12-minute game, because otherwise that would have been a very sad day number 1. But,
yeah.
yeah. What else?
It can only go longer from here.
Yeah, it can only go up.
Game much faster than 12 minutes. Yeah.
It can only go up. Well, of course, if you want to check out more about Basskip, you can do that on twitch.tv/Basskip, or lately also on Dota Talk stream. And you can follow him on twitter.com /Basskip. And of course, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's SheeverGaming.com. We'll be here for the next game. Next game might be, of course, still starting at the starting time, which is in 20 or 35 minutes rather. Let's see if we can move it up a bit. We hope that it can. Also, of course, because the team want to watch the Western qualifiers for the International Grand Finals, I would assume. So, who knows? Stick around. And, yeah, we'll be back.